So my phone stopped. Whoops. Let me change you around here. So, um, what was I talking about? Affirmations. So, in 2020, I I went onto YouTube, excuse me, and I put artist tours of their studios, and I found different ones, and I found the Purple Palace, Shayna Keen, and the video that I found of hers had to do with manifesting her ideal home, and thought, oh, I like her. And then I found some other different people, and it's funny when you find one thing, they'll uh, suggest other stuff. And found Ella Ringrose, who does manifestation and affirmations and finding your true self and your soul angels and all the crystal loving, tree hugging things that I love. And she has really come a long way, and I found a lot of things of hers, and of course then there's also Abraham Hicks and several other people. Louise Hay is another one, and it's funny, just different things that you're like, a light bulb went off in your head, you know. Well, also during the pandemic, when I was laid off from my job, I went through all of my albums, and I listened to all of them. Yes, I know. And I listened to all of my CDs and cassettes. Some of it's like, okay, don't want, and it helped me clear out what I didn't want, what I didn't need, and donated. And then I started going through some of my books. And I found this one book, and I don't remember the name of it. I donated it, but it had to do with affirmations and basically designing your own life, how you want your life to be. And I would read the notes that I had made in the margins, and it was like I just didn't get it. I just didn't. I just like, well, I want this. I want a new house. I want a new car. I want love, and it's like you have to believe it. What you put in your mind, what you feed yourself, but you have to actually believe it. And you have to do what the dark, through the good and the bad, and just express yourself, cry through it, get mad, get happy, and then I started thinking about different friends that I had, and this person that I thought was my best friend, I realized how she never calls me or texts me. I always have to do her first. I always have to call her first. I always have to text her first. And then it's never, both ways. And realized how few good friends I have. I know a lot of people, but I have very few friends. And then I also don't have a lot of crafty, creative friends. I have a couple of friends who I work with that are crafters and do like sewing and knitting, and but they're just not enough in my life. So if you are any way creative at all, and you have friends that do that, you are so lucky. And if you guys can, like, sort of like a game night but for crafts, have that would be great. I do kind of miss that, and I'm trying to find things like that. I belong to a meetup group, but so far everything's online and it's just not the same. But anyway, and then like I would do craft fairs. I haven't done craft fairs in a while. I think I may have mentioned that earlier. But I'm trying to just find my path. If I can make a living full time as an artist, that would be great. But I've also got to be realistic and pay my bills. So I'm just taking it a day at a time, doing this, painting this, making these videos, rambling on to who knows out there. Making a fool of myself, really don't care. I found out also 2020, you find out who wasn't in your life, and it's like, you know what, I don't care. I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna just go for it. Whatever that it is, like finding an RV, finding an RV to put my crafts in and go to a craft fair, sell online, just whatever. Life is too short not to be happy, and if nothing else from 2020, that's all we should all take from it. We realize how short and precious life is to not be happy, not to go for it. You know, if you want to sell everything and live in an RV, but you still have to be realistic, or at least I believe in being realistic. You have to have a plan of some sort. And I have a squirrel, but he ran by. He might be going up to my porch. I don't know if any of you others do that. When I go to the grocery store, I buy bread, croutons, and nuts for the birds and the squirrels. And the other day, I say the other day, it's a couple weeks ago, I've had possums on my porch, and that's no big deal. But I had a groundhog come on my porch eating some of the stuff I put out. So, and the other thing I do, which I'm doing better. Of not eating fast food. It's terrible, but when you're single, sometimes it's easier. And anyway, I'll get extra large fries and eat a small amount I want, and put the rest out for the birds and the squirrels. So, I know, silly, but that's like I said, I do for me. And if I could make a living, or if I have to keep working and make art on the side, as long as I'm making art on the side, and I'm doing better at that. Some days I come home from work, I spend all day looking at the computer. I'm an admin assistant, and I do invoices and this and that, make appointments and filing and whatever. I just don't want to do anything, and I have to motivate myself, and it's hard. Some days I win and some days I lose. So I'm trying to do a challenge where I draw once a day, even if it's just doodling. So like showed us here, this right here, this is just doodling. So even if I just do small section daily, it's something. It's funny, I went to art school, and I never even thought about taking a camera and videotaping myself and my friends and that life. Don't know when YouTube came around, but it's funny, the things when you see these younger people who are doing that, you're like, why didn't I do that? I should have done that. And then I realize, it's like, you know what? You're doing it now. You're rambling on to open air for anybody to stop by and just, okay, she's crazy, or I get that. But like I said, I keep a book of that I write my affirmations and my grateful list, and then I have a journal. I just got a new journal, and it's funny, just like when you're starting to paint or draw, you have that new journal or new paint book or canvas, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to put on it, or you have so many ideas, it's like I don't know where to start. So I have one, I've got it drawn up, and I just need to start doing it. And hopefully, I'm off Monday because of Juneteenth, which is today. I am going to start at least the background, whatever. But well, I know I've rambled on to maybe myself, but it's all right. I'm my own best friend, and hopefully someday you'll be my friend too. Hopefully you'll come along with me on this journey of just enjoying life and crafts and art and going to thrift stores, which I have to say, with gas prices gone up, I haven't gone to thrift stores like I usually do. I don't go as often as I would like. I also, I'm trying not to buy stuff that I don't need, um, or even just going to garage sales. Um, but like I said, I've just rambled off and on. I don't even know if I've repeated myself about different things, but I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll get better at this YouTube thing and not cringe at myself and actually publish this. So, or if I know how to do it. So don't give up on whatever your dream is. And I really, whatever journey you are on, whatever obstacles may be in your life, write a grateful list. You know, I'm grateful I woke up today. I'm grateful I have water, clear water, food. I'm grateful that I'm overweight because that means I had food to eat. But I'm also grateful enough that I can walk around and try to eat better. Um, Write affirmations. I put down every day, I love me. I love my life. And I also put down, any money owed to me is on its way to me. Money is made of paper. Go and watch Ella Bring Rose's website or YouTube channel. I'll blabber it out. And The Purple Palace. Both of those ladies are very inspirational to me. And then there's Caro. I love her. And Eva, and I can't think of how to pronounce her last name. She was Tanya Shasovich, which I probably butchered her name to also. You talk about an artist that you strive to be. Anyway, she is just wonderful and out there, and I mean that in a good way. But anyway, but just, if you want to subscribe, that's great. Say hi when you're, you know, whatever. Hopefully, I will see you again and have a wonderful weekend.